Welcome back, everybody. Playing some Battletoads Arcade. Gonna fuck some shit up. Beat up some, whatever you beat up in this game. Rats and warthogs or whatever that is. Oh, bull. He's a bull. It's a weird day today. The weather's kind of humid, but yet it's kind of, like, it's gonna rain, but it's kind of humid. I like it. I'm kicking back, drinking some cherry Dr. Pepper, which is my favorite. Ah, that went down good. Yeah, I never heard of this game until Rare Replay came out. Battletoads Arcade, never heard of it. Came out in 94 or 95. It's just a beautiful surprise, because it's like, what? And it's awesome too. It's amazing. See, back in the day, I only heard of the original Battletoads on the NES. Never played it though. I mean, back then. I played it now. My first introduction to Battletoads was probably Double Dragon and Battletoads, whatever it's called. That crossover game. That was on multiple platforms: Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, NES, Game Gear, I think. I have the Game Boy version. The OG Game Boy, the gray cartridge Game Boy. I remember seeing it in stores, and I was like, what? Because I was a huge Double Dragon fan. In fact, I had part 2, I had the first one. I played part 3, but never owned it. I might have played the arcade, but I'm more fond of the the NES versions. Now I have the Sega Master System version, which is 2 players, but the game's kind of slow. I think the NES version Double Dragon probably a lot better. Anyways, but as a kid, I saw Double Dragon as like, oh yeah, they're just this like a Van Damme movie, you know, like a Steven Seagal movie. It's like these guys that beam people up, and you're just fucking shit up. You're beating people up. I took it as like it's real life, even though it takes place in like 19XX or something, and there's radioactive like people, like a Bobo. Isn't he like some kind of radioactive monster? Or his skin's all fucked up. Anyways, even though there's some fancy elements, like the city's radioactive or something like that, and then there's like certain people who got mutated, like a Bobo. A Bobo kind of looks like the Thing from Fantastic Four. Anyways, so even though with all that fancy stuff in the game, I still saw it as you're just this guy. It's like real life. You're just punching people, you know, beating people up, and you beat the shit out of people, right? So I loved it. So when I heard about, I think I saw it at Kmart or Target. Is it Battletoads and Double Dragon combined or whatever the hell it's called? I was like, what? It's like taking something like from real life. To me as a kid, this is my take on it. This is my take. If you're taking something that's from like real life, and then you're putting it with these cartoon Toad characters, and it's like, what? You know? But actually the game's pretty good. I think I have the Sega Genesis version. I have that version. And I have the Game Boy version. The original Game Boy. The cartridge, you know, the gray cartridge Game Boy. I have that one. But after that, I kind of forgot about Battletoads. I didn't know there was one on the Super Nintendo. I didn't know about the TV show. I believe we only left like 1 episode. That's some good Dr. Pepper. I like the cartooniness of the characters. Like when you saw the boss right now, and his face went all big, like his mouth. I like that. Yeah, I had the original on the NES, but I lent it to a friend and never got it back. You know how that goes. I still have Battle Maniacs on the Super Nintendo, which basically is the same version of this. It's supposed to be like this game, but they toned down the violence. And it's a bit different. There's certain different enemies, I believe. Yeah, it's called Battletoads Battle Maniacs on the Super Nintendo. I know I have a copy somewhere. It's a decent game, but this is a better game. This arcade game is a better game. Because they toned down the violence. I don't think there's any blood in it. Or decapitations or stuff like this, you see? I think I have... Well, I think that's it for Battletoads. I have the original on Rare Replay, so that's good. And I have this one. and I have some of them on the Game Boy. Like I said, Double Dragon versus or Double Dragon and Battletoads. I hope they make a new game. I hope Microsoft makes a new game. I want to play a new game, either like 3D HD or like classic like this. Either way, I want to see it. I want something new. So far, the only thing I don't like about this game is the Let me see. The controls are a little slippery, especially in this ice level right here. But when you're not in the ice level, it's a little it's kind of hard to describe it. It's a little slippery, for my taste. I'm more used to Streets of Rage, Double Dragon, you know, stuff like that. I don't know. You have to play it for yourself to understand what I'm talking about. Depends on your what you like in games. You like your controls more loose or tight? I think the controls could have been a little bit more tighter. But other than that, it's pretty good. I don't know if you can buy this separately on the Xbox store. They say you don't want to get Rare Replay. You just want to buy this. I'm not sure. I looked at the characters and the snowman. He looks evil. Evil snowman. So you can tell that Rare had no limitations with this game. Because with the original Battletoads, I think they wanted to make it like this. Where it has some blood or you know, stuff like you're seeing here. But then, back then Nintendo had a strict rules about violence in games, and yeah, that's I forget what they call it, but it's like a code they had to go by. If you want to make games on Nintendo, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't have religious stuff, like crosses and stuff. That and violence and nudity, obviously. So that's why I think the original Battletoads didn't have any, you know, like violence like you're seeing here. I mean, sure, you're beating people up and you're knocking them out, but you're not gouging their eyes out, or you're not ripping heads off. My cat bothering me right now. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Come on, kitty. Say hi to my YouTubers, my YouTube audience. She can't growl. Like, come on, kitty. I hope you heard that. Like, say hi. Say meow. Come on. Say hi to everybody. Nah, she's shy. Come on, kitty. Anyways, and yes, it's like any other beat 'em up. It does get a bit repetitive. You know, you're just bashing buttons and stuff. Like any other beat 'em up. That'd be cool to get an original like arcade cabinet of this game. I would love to have that. That'd be cool to have. Boom. Yeah, so the controls are kind of slippery, so when you get in these ice levels, oh my god, it gets very slippery. It's not that bad. It's just me. You know, I don't like slippery controls. Like you're walking on butter. Boom. Or the death animations. You see that? When the character dies, you turn to bones and stuff. I don't think you've seen that in the original Battletoads. I think they just flash and disappear. There is no death animation in the original Battletoads. Boom. I believe I got unlimited continue, so it doesn't matter if I die or not. But I can imagine if you put this in arcade, oh my god, this would have ate up all your quarters. And they even said on the when you get Rare Replay, and if you unlock certain like documentaries and featurettes, and there's one video about, I think there's one about Battletoads, and and the people who worked on the game, they said that they made it hard. They purposely made it. They made this game real hard, just like the original, just like the Battletoads on the NES. They really made it hard. I think the reason they did that on the NES because they couldn't fit a lot on the game, so they couldn't fit a lot of levels, right? There's a limited space on the cartridge, so that's why they made it a little harder. I think that's why. But this game, the arcade version, this game they purposely made it hard so you can eat up your quarters, but it's still fun. Like any other arcade game back then, eat up your quarters, right? Street Fighter 2, all those games. You're there to eat up your quarters or your nickels, whatever. And with that setting that you can put on this game, you could click in the thumbstick, and it looks like an old CRT TV. It's called CRT filter. What is the point of that? Why would you want to? It's kind of cool at first, but then why would you want it? Why would you want to look like crap, right? Would you rather have this, what you see now, or like have it scaled down and look like an old arcade monitor or a CRT TV? It's kind of cute, I guess, but man, this monster's fucking freaky. That's kind of terrifying. Oh, you got me. Yeah, Microsoft needs to bring back Battletoads. Please, Microsoft, bring back Battletoads. Boom, got him. Yeah, he gets faster and faster, this boss. Ah. Yeah, I'll be uploading more videos eventually, more Battletoads. I'll try to do the original Battletoads, but it's a hard game. What I'm gonna have to do is when I play Battletoads, I'm gonna have to use the rewind feature, because there's no way I'm gonna get past those jet ski, jets. What do you call that thing? Those levels where you gotta jump over the I think it was level 2 or 3, where you get on these bikes, hover bikes, and you gotta jump over these obstacles, and you gotta turn right, left, up, down, up, jump, and you gotta do all that stuff. So there's no way I can do it. I probably could do it without rewinding it, but it's gonna take too long. It's gonna be too much work. And whenever I get a capture card, I'll do the ones I have on the Sega Genesis, the other Battletoads games I have. Yeah, Battle Maniacs is just like this, except that there's not there's no blood, there's no gore, there's what else? The stages look a little bit different. Even that game has some slippery controls too. Battle Maniacs? Oh yeah, it has some very slippery controls. I haven't played in a long time. Maybe I'll give it a try. Yeah, I think I'm getting that game Bully. I've been talking about it with a couple of friends, my friend Blake and Bebop. I've been talking to him about that game. I might get it. Find it for a decent price. Oh, got him. See, you're not gonna get that on the NES or Super NES version. All that blood and gore. Well, thank you for watching. My time's almost up. Scammy. I the names. Dealer of Death. See you later.